Hello, welcome to Sweet Dreams Wellness. I am Barbara Tuckett. I am the owner of Sweet Dreams Travel and a wellness travel specialist. I believe that our mind, our body, and our spirit are all connected, and they all play into our well-being. And I create travel experiences which improve our wellness so that you return from your vacation with more health, more happiness, and more connection. This is being broadcast as a YouTube video and also a podcast. The YouTube video is on my channel, Barbara Tuckett, or the podcast is called Sweet Dreams Wellness. Please join me in either place. This is episode number 3. The title is U.S. Destinations That Feel Like Europe. And today's aspect of wellness is all of them. We are going to explore lots of different destinations, and during it we will touch on all of the aspects of wellness. So I am excited to have you here with me, and let's get started into our information. Okay, I am getting a little better at my technical abilities. Not perfect yet, but it is becoming a little bit better as we go along. Today we're going to be talking about aspects of wellness, what to do in those destinations that are right here in the US but that feel like you are in Europe, and where you can stay. So to start off with, I'll start with a little story. Every one of our children, we have actually, I may have already mentioned this in a previous one, or maybe not. We have 2 girls and 1 boy that are with us. We actually have 2 boys and 2 girls. However, our oldest son passed away several years ago. That is a story for a different time, but I will definitely share that with you at some point. I am not afraid to talk about that at all. In fact, I kind of love talking about my oldest son, and anyway, we had him for 15 years. Back to today's little message story. Every time one of our kids graduates, my husband and I have decided that we are going to take them on a family trip, a family adventure, and of their choosing, and also because I'm a travel agent, somewhere that I would like to go and take them and experience with them. So we have taken them on high school graduation trips along with our other kids. A few years ago, when my son graduated from high school, we went to an all-inclusive resort in the Riviera Maya area south of Cancun. And it was a great experience. We had so much fun. Beautiful white sandy beaches, those clear turquoise blue waters, and just the fun and the adventure and the relaxation and everything all put in one package. So, and I will never forget at that resort, walking into the lobby and walking out of that bright white sunshine and into this cool, calm, relaxing lobby. And I will never forget the difference between the outside at the resort and the inside of that amazing, beautiful lobby. I didn't really fully realize the impact that the difference of the lobby versus the being out on the resort grounds had until a few weeks after we got back from our trip and my 2 girls and I were shopping. One of our favorite places to go is a store that has all kinds of lotions and body washes and candles and things like that. Well, we were doing one of our favorite things, which was browsing among the candles and smelling all of the different scents and checking them all out. So we were there, and my youngest daughter smelled one of the candles, and she said, handing it to my older daughter, "Here, smell this. What does this remind you of?" Well, my older daughter smelled it, and immediately she said, "Oh, that's the lobby at the hotel that we went to in Cancun. And of course they passed it to me and I smelled it too. And I thought the same thing. The smell of that candle, it took me immediately back to that lobby where we had been just a few weeks ago, and all of the wonderful, fun, relaxing, amazing experiences that we had. And just like the smell of that one candle took me back for just a few minutes to that resort, smells, sounds, and atmospheres can also mimic other places and times. And so I think this is a great thing, especially right now. At the time of recording, we are summer of 2020, and we're not able to go all of the places that we want to go. And so we're kind of limited in what we can do, where we can travel. So I have come up with today a bunch of places right here in the US that you can go and feel like you are getting a little taste of Europe. So it's pretty amazing. So let's get started. Today, like I mentioned at the beginning, is part one. We are going to be discussing Switzerland, Denmark, Britain, and Germany. So let's begin. If I wanted to get a taste of Switzerland, I would go to a place called New Glarus, Wisconsin. The closest airport to New Glarus, just so you can kind of get an idea of where it is Madison, which is 33 miles away, or Milwaukee, which is 89 miles away. The wellness component that I would focus on if I were going to New Glarus in Wisconsin is food and spa, although there's lots of other things to do and lots of other great advantages to going to New Glarus. So New Glarus, just to give you a little bit of info, it was named after a place called New Glarus, Switzerland. They have this beautiful Swiss style architecture and culture that they are preserving and trying to promote there. There are small little villages surrounded by farms, so it really does feel very, very Swiss. They call it America's Little Switzerland. And if you go to a place called the New Glarus Hotel Restaurant, they serve fondue, they serve beef bourguignon, and a New Glarus bakery that is there. They have Swiss American pastries, they have chocolate, and not so funny, not funny, is that New Glarus is famous for cheese just like Switzerland is. So you really feel like you are just in a little mini Switzerland. There's a Swiss historical village and museum, and it really is, there's a place called the Swiss Center of America, and so it really is America's Little Switzerland. It's so cool, so fun. Now, if I were going there, obviously I've just mentioned all of this amazing food that there is, and they very, very much are good at the farm to table and the very fresh ingredients, and it's really wonderful. But if I were going to stay there, my choice to stay in New Glarus would be at a resort called the Edgewater. Now, the Edgewater is actually not located right in New Glarus. It is over in Madison. It's about 40 minutes away, over in Madison, Wisconsin, right on the shores of Lake Mendota. And the reason I would stay here, there's a resort, it's a day spa. There's just like an amazing, amazing atmosphere and feeling at this resort. A couple of highlights from the resort: they have a desk jockey strength and stretch class. They have other private classes, and these classes include your instructor, your water bottle, your equipment. This would be, actually the Edgewater would be an amazing place if you were taking a group, if you were a yoga retreat leader, or if you were taking a business group and you just wanted a really fun, great place, because they very much are good at offering private classes to groups that are staying there. They have, at the resort, they have a relaxation pool, a steam room, an incredible spa. They offer a spa serenity package, which includes, if you get the package, it includes a $100 spa credit. So I would totally recommend this place. Stay at the Edgewater, go over to New Glarus, and just really, really enjoy the area if you want a taste of Switzerland. Moving on to our next European destination, let's go to Denmark. So Denmark, a very close approximation to Denmark, is a little town called Solvang, California. Solvang is located fairly close to Santa Barbara, California. It is in Southern California. It's about 21 miles from Santa Barbara. The next closest airport would be Burbank, which is 106 miles, so a little less than 2 hours from Solvang. The wellness component that I would focus on here in Solvang would be outdoor fitness and just all kinds of outdoor things that there are to do here. So let me tell you a little bit about Solvang. It was originally established by Danish settlers, no surprise there. They have authentic bakeries, they have horse-drawn carriages that are in the streets. In September, they have a Danish Days celebration. So they are really, really all about Denmark and continuing on the traditions there. They have windmills in the area. They're just really an amazing example of Denmark and Danish culture. So that is a great town. And in that town, where would I stay? I would stay, it's a little bit outside of town because it's a ranch, but it's called the Alisal Ranch. Now, this is an incredible place. This is partly why my wellness aspect of staying here would be the outdoor fitness, because they have so many amazing things to do here. The ranch is open year round. It is Southern California, so of course it's cooler in the winter, but it's not cold and snowy. It's a luxury guest ranch type resort type place. They of course have riding trails. In addition to that, for horseback riding, in addition to that, they have a 100-acre spring-fed lake, 2 18-hole championship golf courses, a pool. They've got a spa and a fitness center. The fitness center includes treadmills, ellipticals, cycles, resistance machines, and free weights. They include lots of great classes such as yoga, Pilates, Zumba, and cardio core. Those are just some of the examples of the classes that they offer. Now this Alisal Ranch has so much fine dining that is there and really close to it. They're right in the middle of over 75 vineyards and wineries that are close by in the area. So if you are a foodie, or if you want to include the wine aspect in your stay, you're right there in the middle of that. At the resort, breakfast and dinner are included daily, so that is an amazing little perk that you get when you stay there. And this is just an incredible place. I would totally stay here at the Alisal Ranch and enjoy Solvang and enjoy all of the amenities that there are here at the ranch. So there is your little taste of Denmark. Moving on to Great Britain. Great Britain's choice is Boston. And really, the entire Cape Cod area is a lot like the English countryside. They have a rocky coastline, delicious seafood, an arts and crafts community, these charming little harbors and houses that are surrounded by picket fences. So the whole entire little New England area is an amazing example of the English countryside and Great Britain. The wellness component here that I would pick out would be food, although there's lots of other great wellness components as well. Boston was founded by the British back in 1630, and there is an area, a neighborhood right in Boston that is called Beacon Hill. They have these wonderful little cobblestone streets, brick sidewalks, gas lanterns, the row houses that really have this amazing English feel to them. While you're there in Boston, make sure you visit the Boston Public Garden. This has a really Victorian feel. They've got the manicured gardens, the duck ponds, the statues. So they really feel like this Victorian garden in Britain. There also is a place called the Boston Common, And that place is similar to Hyde Park. It's more of like an open green space area. And so you might feel like you were in Hyde Park in London. Some local activities that there are to do all around Boston. Even though I said that the wellness component is food that I would focus on, there are tons of great activities to do as well. There's bike tours, canoeing, kayaking, ice skating, lots of ice skating rinks in the area if you're there during the winter, rowing for summer, golf, skiing, historical tours, trolley tours, harbor cruises, ghost tours, so many different great activities to do in and around Boston. Now, the food, I would definitely go on one of the amazing food tours that is available while I was in Boston. They have pizza tours also. So if you're interested in pizza, they have a specific tour that is just for that. And they have, of course, incredible seafood in Boston and in that area. So this would be a great place to go if you are feeling like Great Britain. If I went, I would stay at the Boston Harbor Hotel. Now, this hotel is located right on the waterfront. Seriously, right there. It's called Rose Wharf, the location. And they have complimentary Wi-Fi, and they have in-room tablets so that you can schedule your stay and the activities that you want to do. At this hotel, they've got a 60-foot 3-lane lap pool. So that's pretty great for you swimmers. One of my daughters is a swimmer, and so she would go just for the lap pool alone. They offer yoga. They have a 24-hour fitness center with state-of-the-art cardio and strength training equipment. They also have free weights and personal trainers. They have these really great curated health programs. They have different health programs with targeted offerings so that they can target exactly what you would like to work on. They have personal fitness assessments. They are incredible where the fitness aspect goes. The Rose Wharf Health Club and Spa includes a variety of massages. They have reflexology, facials. They have treatments that are specific just for men, and nail care. So they have a ton to offer. So can you imagine this amazing stay, feeling like you are in a little slice of Great Britain and enjoying all of the things there are to do around Boston, and then also getting to stay at this incredible hotel and enjoying their perks and amenities as well. So that is Great Britain. Let's go to Germany. Now, Germany, a great place for Germany is a town called Leavenworth, Washington. This is in Washington State, and it's not really super close to anything, to be honest. It is 130 miles, about 2 hours from Seattle. So it's, closer to the middle of the state of Washington. So it is a little bit of a drive. There's a smaller regional airport that is only 30 miles away. It's called East Wenatchee, and you could fly into there if you wanted. So it's a little bit of a drive to get to, but so worth it. The wellness component here in Leavenworth that I would focus on would be relaxation, exploration, and leisure. So just a really great time to connect with the area and relax and explore. So what is there to do in Leavenworth? Well, let me tell you, Leavenworth feels like Oktoberfest, which is in Germany, a festival in Germany, all year long, all year. They are surrounded by snow-capped peaks. Of course, in the middle of summer, you probably wouldn't see the snow, but the peaks would still be there. They have the timber-framed houses. They have bratwurst. They have beer. They have a famous place called the Icicle Brewing Company. They also have this amazing Nutcracker Museum with thousands, I kid you not, thousands of nutcrackers. So, and many, many other Christmas shops. For example, there's one called the Gingerbread Factory. So amazing. They have great activities here in Leavenworth year-round. In the spring, summer, and fall, I would recommend cycling, mountain biking, birding. If you are a bird watcher, this is a great location for that. Hiking, golfing, fishing, paddle boarding, river tubing, climbing, rafting, kayaking, zip lines, and of course, wagon and carriage rides like this picture shows. Now, year-round, there is a Leavenworth reindeer farm. It is the most popular in the winter. If you were going here, I would totally help you remind you to get your visit scheduled in, because it gets super crowded in the winter. In the off season, other than winter, it's not as crowded, but it's still a really popular place. So you would want to pre-schedule that, going to the Leavenworth Reindeer Farm. And in winter, they don't just have the carriage rides, but they have horse-drawn sleigh rides. And they do these not just in the town, but there are several farms in the area that offer the horse-drawn sleigh rides. And so that is a really fun activity as well. This would be an amazing place to take your family, your children. If you were doing a multi-generation trip, it would be really fun for everybody. As you can see, there are lots of great activities to do in the area. However, if you went as a couple or as a single, I would stay at this amazing property. It is called the Post Hotel Leavenworth. And the reason that this is not a family hotel, so the reason I would not bring kids here is because it's an adult-only resort. There are 55 rooms. It's known as a spa resort. So as you can imagine, they have amazing offerings. They have a saltwater swim out pool, just beautiful. They have an authentic European breakfast that's included, a putting course, an Enzian Falls putting course. Here, right at the property and right around the property, you can bike, you can snowshoe, you can cross-country ski, rent all of those things, and just really have a fun time no matter which season you visit in. They have men's and women's saunas separated. They have steam rooms, relaxation lounges, a European hydrotherapy, and one of their signature services that I want to mention includes a mineral bath, an herbal compress massage, and then a detoxifying body wrap. Doesn't that sound amazing? That sounds so incredible. I think I want one right now. So this is a beautiful hotel. It's called the Post Hotel Leavenworth and would be a perfect complement to staying and doing all of the activities if you don't have younger kids with you, if you're going as adults. But there are also some really great properties in the area that are family-oriented hotels. So I could totally hook you up with that. No worries. All right. As you can tell, the sights and sounds and activities of Europe do not have to be far away across the ocean and on a plane ride to go to Europe. We can experience those right here in little pieces of the United States. And what fun adventures to be able to explore and find out about our own country and what we have here to offer. And I love the fact that we can get some really great wellness components along with all of these great sights and sounds of Europe. Now, as a little wrap up to my story, I have to say that, of course, I bought the candle. Of course. There was no way I was leaving that store without buying the candle on that day, because I wanted to bring with me just a little slice of the feeling that I had had in that resort in Mexico. And so we too can go places that remind us of other places, even if it's just for a little while. And we can remember that we always can keep that sense of adventure to explore and to learn about new places. We don't have to fly over to Europe to do that. So I would love for you to connect with me on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. Facebook and Instagram, Sweet Dreams Travel. It's SUITE. and Twitter is Sweet Dreams Trav. This is the end of our part 1 of US destinations that feel like Europe. Next time, we will talk about Spain, France, the Netherlands, the Greek islands, and Italy. So stay tuned for next time, and I will love to see you then. And thank you so much for participating with me today. We'll see you next time.